Before we get into the picks, just a look back at the comments from my question in week 8. What are you guys afraid of? My first comment of the week goes to Forever2K, stating that he's afraid of dumb people. Like, what if your life depended on Peter Griffin? Another one that cracked me up was by Zombie Killer, stating that he is afraid of being in sewers. Which I then asked him, why is he in sewers all the time? He said he's in there at least 2 times a week. My last comment came from Stacy Rosa, saying that she's afraid of being in deep ocean water, not knowing what's swimming beneath you. But trust me, we all know what is swimming beneath us. On featured games last week, straight up 3-1. Against the spread, I went 1-2-1. For overall purposes, I will throw the push out the window, bringing my overall percentage down a little, but I can't include it as a win or a loss when it comes to standings, so we will just get rid of it. And for over-under, I went 3-1. Before I get to the question of the week, I just want to remind everyone that the 2015-16 Gio Knows Awards are coming up. You guys can nominate me for any or all of the 5 categories, including Best Prognosticator, Best Video Editing Production, Most Entertaining, and you guys can nominate one of my videos for Video of the Year, even though I still think I'm saving my best video towards the end. You guys just need to go to Gio Knows on YouTube, the link is in the description below, and comment to him or privately message him, email him, saying what you nominate me for. The nominations are taking place the next few weeks, and then everyone gets to vote for their favorites in each category to win those awards. It lets us get recognized by other YouTubers and shows the appreciation from the fans. Voting hasn't started yet, but I will remind you guys when that happens. Okay, now for my question of week 9. Who do you guys have locking up the 2 AFC and NFC wildcard spots? Everyone has a feeling about what teams can make it, but as of week 9, who are your 2 favorite teams from each conference to take those wildcard spots? Best comments will be in the Week 10 video. Now I think it's time we get into the games. For the first game, we're going to look into the Cleveland Browns traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati looked to escape Pittsburgh last week and their defense stepped up when it needed to. I guess it didn't help the fact that Big Ben was a little rusty, playing his first game back after injury. For Cleveland, let's put it this way. They are a team that has developed very well over the last few weeks, but they just can't seem to finish games when it matters the most. Now, input Johnny Manziel, who is still under discrimination for domestic violence against his girlfriend, and now you have a concoction for a simple Cincinnati win on Thursday Night Football. Cincinnati is 6-0 against the spread this season, including 2-0 at home. So I don't see a problem with the Bengals winning by well over 10.5 points and taking the over 46. I think the Browns will score, but I expect at least 2 pick sixes from Cincinnati's defense. For our second game of the week, when I was picking the games, I thought to myself, I think the Rams are going to upset the Vikings. But then I realized that the Rams are afraid of their own shadow. The only silver lining that I see in St. Louis is Todd Gurley. I think that he will have a big game, but I'm predicting that Adrian Peterson and company will have an even bigger game. Let's take the Vikings minus 2.5 and over 40.5. I know the Rams defense has been holding their opponents at bay for the most part, but this one is on the road for them. It will be tough to take on the Vikings team that has really picked up momentum these past few weeks. For our last game of the week, now I know Nomadic Gaming made it apparent that I have been picking against the Panthers almost every damn week, and they are just proving me wrong because I am a hater. Well, this pick is really going to rattle your bones. I'm putting my faith back into the Packers on the road in Carolina to beat the undefeated Panthers. The Panthers defense seemed to start to fizzle out in the end of Monday Night Football, but they did catch a lucky interception that bounced off a defender's helmet. Input Rodgers instead of Luck, and you have one of the best finishers in the game. Now I know he was held to only 77 yards or something like that, but he will be outraged and pissed off that they lost to Manning last week and will only look to take their rage out on the Panthers on Sunday. Look for this game to go over, as the Panthers have been able to move the ball easily, which will cause Aaron Rodgers to score when he needs to. All I have to say is that this game is going to be a good one. Let's jump right into the fan favorites. First things first, you can see my record for the lock and upset of the week under my icon in the top right corner. For my lock of the week, I'm taking the New Orleans Saints over the Titans. I really badly wanted to take the Patriots over the Redskins, but I feel like I would be cheating if I took the Patriots every week. The Saints look much improved since defeating Atlanta a few weeks ago, and with the head coaching switch in Tennessee, I see the Saints manhandling the Titans in week 9. This spread is really high, but after watching what Breeze could do to the Giants, I don't think the Titans could keep up. For my upset pick of the week, I'm feeling the Miami Dolphins to upset the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are my dark horse team, but after looking at all the other games, I just couldn't find a good upset pick to rely on. So I guess I'm picking the best of the worst in this situation. Last week in the Fantasy Football League, I ended up beating Gavin OC4. Next week, I will look to continue my 4-win streak when I take on the Southern Bounty Hunters. After making my trade with Keith Bailey in Week 5, you can check for his description down below, I've been on a hot streak of 4-0. I'm hoping my waiver wire acquisitions will take shape this week after losing Steve Smith in Week 8 and Arian Foster in Week 7. My team is slowly starting to dwindle, but I think my trades and waiver wire pickups will only put up a strong showing in the next week. A quick update for my ESPN Eliminator Challenge. John Harrington 78 is still at the top after picking the Rams in Week 8. I'm going to do something similar, either on Yahoo or ESPN for the playoffs and the Super Bowl, and maybe give away some prizes for who wins. You never know what to expect late in the season. So, if you're interested in joining any of the things that I have going for the playoffs and the Super Bowl and you want to win some prizes, be sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in Week 10.